Hello guys, and welcome to another ZIMALETA. In today's video we're going to be removing a high pressure fuel pump. So we're going to need some e-sockets, and I got some e-sockets in my bag. So here's some here. We also have probably some more that's in there, like this one. Okay, the very next thing we're gonna need to do is actually go to the vehicle that I'm going to be removing this from, and it happens to be this is a particular part here. So we gotta remove this fuel line here and all these other components from it. So we're getting kind of like set up over here. We will be using this type of tool, which is somewhat of an overkill, but it's okay because that's what we do. So we also need some of these. So the very first thing we're going to remove is the fuel line. So we want to make sure we get a tool that fits. So this particular tool here happens to fit. So it's not very difficult to try to actually undo those. So the very next thing is, this is attached with an e-socket right here towards the bottom here. And we're going to remove this one. Hey Kevin, can you bring me some flathead screwdriver? I have it in my bag sitting on my other table. Or you could bring yours, it doesn't matter. No, that's not a flathead screwdriver. That's for working with wood. So I want to find the proper e-socket. Thank you so much. This is a E12. So what do we have here? This is E12 as well. Looks like I have two E12s. I do believe it might be like an E10. I probably need to search for it. So here's a flathead. With this flathead, we're going to remove these fuel lines here. And I'm going to need my special pliers to actually undo this. All right, so the very next thing we gotta remove is that thing. So this works just fine. So we will now remove the fuel line. And we could set the bolt right there. So we can actually just use this here. Most likely this is not very tight, and we can undo them. There should be another one right here. This is very hidden. And then one more right here. So, but most likely this is an E10, but I have that in my bag. So this is not a very difficult thing to remove here. Once this comes out, this will attempt to get lost. So what you could do is you could just separate it so that you don't lose it, because we're going to be moving it a lot. And then we need to remove these electrical components here. So it does help to have like a screwdriver. Looks like I just broke that one piece there. They're so dirty and stuff, so it's really easy to do. And then this particular electrical connection, we just need to press it down from there, from the back, and it removes right there. That's what you got to be pressing it down. So when the part is actually on, you can't really see that. This is why I kind of removed it. My kids are not afraid to get dirty. So this is that special Mercedes clamp. I just use these type of pliers to get them unhooked. Believe it or not, they're not designed for this, but they work extremely well. This is already removed. I'm just attempting to use it now as pliers, which they don't work really well for. So I just need to see if I could move this line back like that. So this is now removed. It's a bit dirty and it will need to be cleaned up. It does have some fuel still in there. What I like to do is, if you're going to be storing this, I like to hook this up in here and then use a zip tie to try to zip tie through there and through one of these like little holes, and then put it on. That way like you don't lose it. But guys, that's it. Like, there's nothing to it. Now I will attempt to explain. Let's see, I'm just gonna come on this side, make sure we're not being washed out by the sun. This is the areas where, when these bolts are basically disconnected, they rattle themselves loose. This is where the leaks occur in a high pressure fuel pump. And then basically this metal kind of gets disconnected from that. You can't really see it visually, so then the diesel starts leaking in between the two metals, and that's not good. It causes the fuel, the fluid, well, the diesel fuel, to be leaking in here and down on all these components here. It makes its way down the pipes onto the belt, and then it makes its way into the actual alternator. So that is it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. So for this video, if this was real helpful for you guys, please hit a like on the video, and you know, subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Now I will say this: we will be disassembling all kinds of Sprinter parts, including this engine. As parts sell, we're disassembling them, and that's what we're doing. So the very next thing in the video that I'm gonna be discussing is, we're gonna disconnect the ABS module, which is located right here, and we're gonna go ahead and pull that off, and I'll show you guys how to do it in the next video. Thank you.
My name is Serge ZIMALETA. I'm 37 years old, and yes, I experienced success after buying my first home for cash. Back in 2011, I was broke, but I learned to solve problems on my own. Now I'm helping others to solve their problems. I know what pitfalls to avoid to stay profitable in business. Need motivation to be more successful in your life? Do you have Sprinter expedite or business problems? Then subscribe. Let's find creative solutions to your problems. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my helpful videos.